Hi, I'm Bobby Likis from the 2014 SEMA Alldata booth, and what an outstanding year this is. Last year, you may remember, may have seen my time with Jeff Likis, who is the president of Alldata, and also, by the way, an ASE certified technician, a part of the automotive research and development, repair and maintenance world from day one. And as president of Alldata, he is leading Alldata to a complete new realm of technology and information and sourcing information. It's exciting. Last year we rolled out, or Alldata rolled out, several new programs. Let's find out how fast in 1 year and how forward Alldata has come. Jeff, it's great to be with you again.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So we have Management Online, we have mobile, and then we have, and I want to get into the Alldata community a little bit later, but just give us an overview of the Management Online for Alldata.
Right, so basically, you know, when we started on this mission a couple years ago of extending our technologies, we had a core focus of three things that we wanted to be able to do. One, we wanted to be able to connect that shop and their technician to their customer better. We wanted to connect them to the vehicle so that information could flow from the vehicle to the technician. And then lastly, to a broader source of information. So not just OEM, but also peer-to-peer information. So that's really the community. So Manage Online is really the part of the business where we start to connect the customer to the shop. So this year we've been focused on expanding online with more catalogs so that we can connect the shop to their suppliers, adding campaign management and different things like that. So again, we keep moving forward. We're focused on usability, extending the content that we have, and then better integration with each of these components. So some of the things we've got is our service alerts that we can, authorization type of things where I can text a customer, this is what it's going to cost. The customer can text back and authorize the repair. So it's really adapting new technology to enhance and improve the workflow.
So that product, the Manage Online, what is unique about Alldata's operation?
Well, I think what's unique about it. First of all, it's cloud-based, so there's no application that sits on the desktop. You can use it in almost any format, or platform. You can use it on a tablet. You can use it on a laptop. You can use it obviously on a desktop. So the key part of it is that it's a light application. It's easy to use. It's very intuitive, and it's basically the building block for us to continue to extend to connect the customer to the shop, and then the shop and the service writer to the technician. So it's really about workflow management, and we just think that, you know, we had a desk-based product for many years, still have it. It's just a different experience and a lot more user-friendly for our customers.
So let's look into the mobile side of it. I'm in the shop, I'm at the desk, I've already written up the customer, I pass that job on to my technician, and now that technician needs to not only access the vehicle's architecture, but also Alldata's information relevant to that particular problem. Walk us through how the mobile side works in the shop.
Right. So our mobile application is written specifically for mobile devices. So it's a very user-friendly experience. We hired an expert team on usability, and their focus has been how to use that particular platform, which is, you know, using touch and making it a great experience. So it's much different than our regular product. It's not going into a website. It's an actually embedded product. So with that, you get a lot of features which are very cool. One is we can take a picture of the VIN, and it automatically translates that into the actual VIN. And we can also have the connectivity. So basically, what the difference is that the mobile application has access to all of our information, and then using a device that plugs into a dongle that plugs into the OBD2 port, we're able to access all the vehicle information, and then also retrieve the VIN, any trouble codes, freeze frame data, any of that type of stuff, and then we can do a search that automatically goes and looks at it in the information and pulls it forward. So again, you're taking all of that manual searching out, and you're automating all of that.
And let me understand, so that we can be clear, that technician is not tethered to the automobile. That dongle goes in,
right, it's
and
wireless.
it's a wireless.
Right.
So that individual can run the engine in place, read the data, do freeze frames, open the hood, do inspections, wiggle wires as necessary,
right,
to see if that makes a difference in maybe alternator charge rates or curves or those sorts of things. And then Now let's move into the Alldata community, because to me that's really the exciting part. It's one thing to solve a problem by oneself, and as long as I've been in the business, I know that the real challenge is, one of the biggest challenges is we don't know what we don't know.
Right.
And so the community, how does that help us? And just give us an overview of the Alldata community, because I think that is truly the solution that service shops and service owners really need across the nation.
So Alldata community is really a peer-to-peer exchange. One difference is that we also have moderators, which we hired. It's part of our Tech Assist program, which is a hotline that customers can opt into as well. So you can have one-on-one consultations with one of our experts. So we have a team that we just hired in the last year. Former instructors, all master techs, all specialize in certain categories and manufacturers. And so really it's about, if you post a question, not only does the rest of the user base get to see that question, but also our monitors get to see it. So and there's no one answer. So a technician could put an answer in, one of our experts could put an answer in, and they obviously can feed on each other and create an exchange. So it's really what you call a Q&A stack, which allows you to ask a question and go back and forth. And then what we ask the user to do, is once they have an answer, is come back and tell us, did it fix the car, and then let us know, and then we have a verified repair on that. So the next user that comes in with that same particular problem can look it up and see the same event.
So in Alldata community, we have of course a search area, and any information that is posted on that includes a VIN number, so that there can be a honing down and pinpointing of specific vehicles, specific problems, so that you're all addressing. And I assume that, and for explanation purposes, that's in a string, so that if I want to research that string, and is it listed on the community? Aren't there different categories listed, different automobiles and numbers of repairs and or verified?
There's actually two ways you can search it. One is you can freeform it. You can just go in there and say, I've got this trouble code on this Buick, and it will start to look, and you can mine the data that way. So for instance, if let's just say, for instance, there may not be a solution for that particular car, but there's a platform that's similar, so maybe it's a Pontiac and Chevy. You can look at the Chevys to see if there is, so there's a little free-form ability there. Then we have it where we hone it down, which is you have a particular vehicle, you have a particular symptom, a trouble code, and then you can search it that way. So either way you want to navigate it is how you can do it. It's just really refining your source, how much data you're pulling through. You have access to everything.
And because you have access to everything, you need access to specifics. From what I understand, you could acquire that specific information. What about verified repairs? You mentioned the verified repairs. It's one thing to suggest a repair, because you could have 15 suggestions, but there's only one solution, or maybe there could be two different solutions. And you mentioned that those can be verified. Who does that and how?
A verified repair for us is only relevant when a user, a customer says this is what fixed it. So we call everything up to that point suggestions, as you said, but it has to be the end user has to come back and say, yes, this is what fixed it. So that allows us to have integrity in the system. In some cases we'll call the customer and talk to them about it, but that's what's important, is that somebody has to say, yeah, this is what I did to fix it. So another guy can come in, maybe not add anything, but only verify it. Again, it starts to tally up.
So if I go to the Alldata community, is there under search, can I go to verified, can I put my car in, trouble code, and then look under verified fixes?
Well, what will happen is that a list of whatever for that code, all the suggestions and the verified codes will come up, and then you'll look at the ones that say verified, and you can look at the suggestions, and obviously you can read the verified ones and see if based on the description does it fit what you're looking at, and then you have the other suggestions. So it's open to, again, it allows the technician to have the information they need. Having spent years doing diagnostics, when you get stuck, sometimes all you need is a nudge.
Right.
You go home, you slept all night dreaming about the car, and that you haven't been able to solve it. And the next morning, all you want is to open up your technology and see somebody ran across that and said, "Here's what I did," and it puts you down on a path. Now you're confident now that you can solve the problem versus you've done everything you can. At some point you have to reach out and what we need to do is figure out, again, how do we make that that peer-to-peer exchange as seamless as possible.
Well, let's talk about peer-to-peer. Let's say that it's noon Central Time on the Gulf Coast of Florida, and in Chicago, which happens to be Central Time, there's another shop, and that technician could be on the Alldata community at the same time that I'm on the Alldata. Can we exchange in real time in suggestions? Absolutely.
Yeah, it's all real time.
So it's all,
we also send
real
alerts.
time.
So if you post a question, we'll send you an alert to your device saying somebody's answered your question, or you can sign up as a technician and say, I want to be able to. I'm good at diagnosing Ford diagnostics.
Right.
Whenever there's a Ford question, ping me and I'll go look at it.
And that ping can come to. Would it come to your
email,
your phone?
Right.
It would come to your email.
Right.
So it's all email connected.
Right.
So you use email, then your username, whichever is whatever you choose, and then a password, I presume.
Right.
And so I'm a shop. How many licenses? Well, I'm a shop. I have 6 technicians, 15 bays, 2 service writers. How many licenses do I need for my operation?
Well, ideally we would want, if you had six technicians, you probably, do you want 3 up, at least 3?
At least.
So for community, for us, it's all part of the package. So if you're already an Alldata customer, repair customer or collision, you can access it. So there's no incremental charge. It's just right at the top of the bar. It says community. You click on it.
So literally, we've got a portal, alldata.com, and at that portal under alldatapro.com, we can go to the community, log on, and begin our search or begin to share information.
Right.
And again, I can share information. I can take a screenshot, or not a screenshot, but I've got a freeze frame, and I can post that freeze frame so that maybe someone who's maybe a little more familiar with that particular operation or that particular car, as you said, can send to me information, said, what did you see here? Here's a particular challenge, because not all freeze frames are as clearly defined as they should be. At least I've found that.
Right. Yeah, I think, well, first of all, we're not there with freeze frame yet, but again, if you go back to, and I appreciate the call out there, if you go back to our strategy, is we've set the mobile device that has the capability of capturing freeze frame data. We've also integrated community into our mobile device. So right now, as a user, I can access, by the vehicle and that VIN, I can access any community postings we have for that vehicle on the mobile device. So our future state, which we're looking at in the next year or so, is to integrate that more the mobile diagnostics with the community. So as I get that diagnostic package, which includes the trouble codes, the freeze frame data, the emission monitoring, any information I want to have that I can put in a package, I'll be able to post that on the community, and other technicians can see it, and it just helps the other technician helping have a little bit more information to hone in on exactly what that is. Second to that is, every event that our users access, we store on a master server, which we'll be able to start performing data analytics on. So we'll be able to see trends based on anywhere in the country, or globally for that matter. Are we seeing a surge in a particular trouble code, a particular vehicle combination? And so all those events that we can then post to our community and say, be aware, if you run across this, here's things that we're seeing based on our collection of all that data.
We're talking with Jeff Likis, president of Alldata. Another couple of questions. Let's say that I'm on Alldata community, and I look on the left sidebar. I've actually been there. There are numbers of either posts or inquiries with regard. There's like 40 here and 30 here. I've actually looked at the years of cars, and I can see that, as memory serves me, 06, 07, there were 1,400. I mean, and how long has Alldata community been up? It appears to me that there's already a lot of activity there.
Yeah, we've been a little over a year, and that's we did a soft launch to get it up and running. We now have close to 40,000 technicians that have signed up in a matter of 6 months. This is our first big promotion of the program, so we're very happy with the traction we're getting. We're happy with the contributions we're getting from our users. So it's a great product, and we have a great team behind it.
So ultimately, Jeff, Alldata will become, in your vision and the company's vision, the provider of the solution to diagnosing today's highly sophisticated automobile, to sharing that knowledge peer-to-peer, so that regardless of where your location, globally you said, where your location, you have friends in the community that can help you solve a problem for your customer, which equates to, number one, better service.
Right.
It equates to dollars for the shop, and it equates to a lot more peaceful life being a technician, which is way beyond what most car owners can possibly believe with the sophistication of today's automobiles. Hats off, it's a great plan. One last question. What's the biggest hurdle that you've overcome in the past 12 months?
I think the biggest hurdle really is when you run an organization the size of Alldata, it's really just getting everybody on the same page. I think our strategy is very clear, and what we're seeing now, we're seeing success of us being able to deliver because as an organization, we understand our mission, it's very clear. We understand our ultimate strategy of where we want to go, and that is finally translating down to the users, to our customers. They're starting to see it. So the biggest hurdle is really when you take a concept and try to move it forward. There's a lot of old paradigms that don't want to come unglued.
Sure.
And it's your job to push it through, and it starts with our organization and flows through our customers. And we're seeing a lot of traffic here at the show, a lot of customers interested in what we're doing, and now what we're hearing is more and more, faster, faster.
More and more, faster, faster. 2014 SEMA, Jeff Likis, president of Alldata. Final question, can someone go online and see a tutorial and learn more without being a subscriber,
right, and
learn more about what's going on?
Yeah, always on alldata.com you can find all the information based on each individual categories. We have videos, we have all sorts of different media platforms you can look at. Yeah, we've done a lot of work to build a campaign around the awareness of what we're trying to accomplish. And we have to use every point we can. So.
I'm with you. Hey, great to be with you again.
Yeah, good to see you.
There you are. That's the latest from Alldata from the 2014 SEMA Show, one of the biggest shows that I've been to. Sign on to alldata.com and find out what alldata.com, the community, Manage Online, and mobile can do for your company. I'm Bobby Likis. Thanks for tuning in.